Ready to do this, Cody?
45 seconds.
Oh, here we go. I probably went out a little too fast. Oh, my favorite bridge. Whoa, you got it, buddy! Course record, let's go! If it gets any worse, I might have to bail.
The legend of the Sheltowee.
3.5 miles left. Let's do it. Coming into the home stretch here. I'm hurting. I'm ready for this to be over. A quarter mile to go. All right, let's bring this thing home. Woo! Good morning. Just left the campground and I forgot to bring my coffee. I had it packed in another food bag and I left it in my house. So it's already past 6:30. The only coffee shop that I can find nearby that's open is McDonald's. So I'm making a beeline to McDonald's and hopefully I can get a cup and make it over to Morehead University to see the 7 o'clock start of the 50-mile race. I don't think I'm gonna make it in time. It's gonna be close. I kind of wanted to be there to film it, but I also want my cup of coffee. So that's what's going on. Just left the campground about 5 minutes ago. We'll see you at the Big Turtle.
All right, we got 3 minutes here. 3 minutes. 10 seconds. 8.
All right, here we go. Start of the 50-miler.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have fun.
Okay, great. And then we'll just re-race things.
This is where it's all going to begin here in 45 minutes. Time for a little warm-up jog.
Later today, it'll be reflective. There are pink directional signs.
Ready to do this, Cody?
45 seconds.
Oh,
358.
358.52.
At least 412.
Yes.
You got
You
it.
get your hand right on your watch so you can start it at just the right time.
Here we go. It's about to start here any moment. Counting down the final minute right now.
Besides the water, the course is in really, really good condition. It's been really nice all week. Really nice. So hopefully it dries out nicely.
The dump truck.
We got 15 seconds.
like
Yeah,
that.
watch out for the dump truck. Watch out for the dump truck. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're go ahead.
Go get him, Cody. High five you after the turnaround. Out here all alone on this gravel forest road, 7.5 miles in. I didn't stop at the first aid station at mile 5. Everybody just blew right on through it that I saw. Have another aid station at mile 10. I might grab a couple snacks, keep right on moving. Feeling pretty good. I'm definitely going out at a faster pace than I wanted. I knew that would happen. I was kind of hanging with this lady named Corey. He's trying to break 6 hours today. She's pulled ahead now because I dropped back. I was going faster than 9 minutes a mile on this road, and I can't be doing that or I'll die. So pulled it back to about 10.5 minute miles. But so far everything's going pretty good. Here at aid station 2, mile 10. 169. the Holly Fork. Getting ready to cross the suspension bridge. And here comes my boy, Cody. Cody! Is that you, Cody? Oh, you got it, buddy! Course record, let's go! Man, he is a lion. I knew I'd probably pass him around Holly Fork. Man, he's cooking. He's trying to break 4 hours. Here we are at the Holly Fork suspension bridge. And it's a little slick.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently like we go through like
It was a little wobbly.
like
Whoa. Yeah. That was a close one. Here we are at Dry Branch at the Clark Farm, halfway point and the turnaround. Feeling pretty good for the most part. Definitely gonna be slowing down on the second half going back, but that's all right. That's expected. No pain issues, that's the good thing. And I don't need anything out of my drop bag, so I'm gonna grab some snacks, turn around and get back at it. All right, time for some food. Alrighty, 169 out. Thanks for your help, guys. Appreciate it. Good seeing you, Michael.
Good run.
Maybe I'll catch up with you later. I don't know.
Right.
All right, back at it. 15.1 miles back to the start. Had some watermelon, half a glass of Coke, and some Oreos and peanut M&Ms. And then here in a little while, I'll tap into my, I got a gel and some honey stingers. But I'm just going to rely on the sword from here on out that they provide. Oh, I failed to mention that at the halfway point, I was at 2 hours and 54 minutes. So I'm ahead of my predicted pace, but I feel pretty good right now. I'm still on pace to break 6 hours or 6 hours, 15 minutes, but I'll be happy with 6.5 hours. That was my goal. We got a lot of hills coming, so a lot can happen in the next 2 hours. But feeling good, and I'm currently in 18th place. I was hoping to be top 10, but I'm kind of by myself now. Very unlikely that I'll pick off very many people in the next 2.5 hours. But the good news is I haven't seen anybody behind me for a long time, so as long as I can keep moving at the pace I am now, should be able to place at least 18th. I have no idea what I am in my age group. Pretty sure it's top 5. I'd be happy with that. There's some pretty good runners out here today. Back here to Holly Fork suspension bridge. Whew. I feel good. It's just the hills, going up the hills, are really killing me now. But I'm surprisingly feeling good. All right, keep at it. Not as wobbly when you're by yourself. There was 4 of us on it last time and it was bouncing everywhere. Glad this grass isn't wet. I almost can't believe this weather today. It's beautiful. Partly sunny skies. 60, 55 degrees. It's perfect race weather. I mean, originally they were calling for rain, sprinkles all day. I will take this. Beautiful. I got a runner coming up behind me. That's what happens when you stop and film. This hill is freaking brutal. How you doing? Feeling all right?
I'm doing good. That first 5 miles killed me,
Yeah, that was rough.
but after that, it's gotten a lot better, and
Good.
it's good. So I'm hoping to kick it in a little bit in the gear when we come on the way back. So.
All right. Well, better get moving.
All right, man.
Good seeing you, John.
Yeah, you too, Jason.
Have a good race. Crossing back over Route 64. Just about back to the Big Perry aid station. About 10.5, 11 miles to go. So I'm able to handle the mileage and the pace just fine right now, except for one thing. My lower inner right quad keeps cramping up really bad. I mean, I've been taking my salt tablets, drinking my electrolytes. I don't know what's going on. If it gets any worse, I might have to bail and be a DNF. Very, very frustrating because I want to go a little faster because I feel pretty good. Just that darn muscle cramps really slowing me down right now. Back here to Big Perry. Time to get fueled up on some water and sword.
The legend of the Sheltowee!
Final aid station.
Yeah, do it.
Mr. Samuel Hartman's running it today.
What can we get you, man?
Got to fuel up on some water and sword. 3.5 miles left. Let's do it. Coming into the home stretch here. Final half mile. I can see Morehead State University just up ahead and Eagle Lake right there. A couple more switchbacks. We'll be off this trail onto the asphalt to the finish line. I'm hurting. I'm ready for this to be over. Holy moly. Here we are at Eagle Lake. 6 hours, 20 minutes. I'm hurting. A quarter mile to go. I'm gonna break 6 hours and 30 minutes. Pretty confident. As long as I don't fall and die in the next 10 minutes. I got it. All right, let's bring this thing home. Here we go, coming out of the woods onto the asphalt. Downhill run into the finish line. Oh, hallelujah. Coming into the finish line is what makes all this pain worthwhile. There it is, folks. I got it. 6 hours and 27 minutes. New personal best. Oh. Woo! New personal best. So this young fellow over here is bringing me a ginger ale. What's your name? Monroe. Thank you very much, Monroe. You're going to be on my YouTube video.
Hi.
Thanks for helping out. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Well, here we are, laying in the grass by the finish line, trying to recover. And this is Cody Poskin, not Poskins, Poskin from Missouri. Goes to Ole Miss. And we're going to have a long talk around the campfire about how this all shook out today. But this guy won the race handily. Second place was 45 minutes behind him. A new course record in 3 hours and 59 minutes. Absolutely incredible. I can't wait to hang out around a fire tonight and ask him all kinds of questions about this race. I just can't believe it. The guy's fast.
But for now, we're gonna sit here since we're tired.
That's right. 50-mile champion just came in. Anybody know his time?
I think it's about 8:05.
Yep. All right, we are heading back to the campground, leaving the racing festivities behind. We're tired, we're hungry. We're ready to go get our camp set up, get a fire going, and relax. Feels good to be done with that race and back here at the campground at Twin Knobs. I'm here with Cody, the guy who won the race today. Drove all the way up from Mississippi. And how long was the drive?
8 hours and 20 minutes, give or take.
8 hours.
One gas stop.
Wow. And not only won the race, set the new course record with a time of 3 hours and 59 minutes. And I think the second place guy was 45 minutes back.
Give or take, yeah. Pretty good gap.
I mean, and there was still some pretty good competition here. I mean, it would have taken some elite athletes to beat you today, I think. You did freaking awesome. Pretty darn impressive.
Thank you.
But I met my goal of breaking 6.5 hours, barely. It was 6 hours, 27 minutes, so I was pretty happy with that. I think I could have done it a little bit faster if I wouldn't have been cramping up. My lower inner quads were cramping and almost like quivering at times, like seizing. I don't know how to explain it. Man, it was painful. I could barely go on. Luckily, my buddy Samuel Hartman at Aid Station 1 gave me a half of jar of pickle juice, and I downed that, and that seemed to really help. But I was taking salt tabs, drinking their electrolyte drink called Sword, and I had a couple tailwinds, so and some honey stinger gel bites, whatever you call those things, like little gummy bears. So I think I was taking the nutrition I needed, and I thought I was staying hydrated. I was filling up with water at every aid station, so I don't know why I was cramping. It's not
Just
like
those hills, I guess.
I mean, if it was 85 degrees and you're drenched in sweat, I can understand it, but you know, it wasn't that hot.
Wasn't
it was
bad,
like 55 degrees. It was pretty comfortable
Perfect.
today. Yeah. So, what are some takeaways on this race for you? Did you learn anything?
Take it easier on the hills at the beginning, because the hills in the back half destroyed me. Probably should drink some more, because all I did was take a couple sips at the aid stations.
Yeah, he didn't even take a vest or nothing.
No.
You just carried. You weren't going to carry anything, but you're required to take 500 milliliters carrying capacity, which is a flask.
So I rolled it up, put it in my pocket, and never took it out of my pocket, just so I didn't get DQ'd. I didn't want to. Didn't want to run the risk.
Yeah, I doubt if they would have checked.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Just waterfalled at all the aid stations and took a couple banana chunks. That's about all I did.
Yep.
I did have a swig of pickle juice on the way out.
Did you?
I don't think it did a whole lot. I didn't drink very much. But yeah, that's about it.
And you had one fall?
Two
falls. Okay.
Mile
I didn't
two.
fall at all, but he fell twice. He was moving a little faster than me.
Well, I've also never really ran on trails before. I've ran like 4 miles on trails before, so and I've jumped up to what, 30?
Yeah, and you're mainly a marathon runner. Have you run 3? 5? I forget how many.
4 I've competed in.
Okay.
So yeah.
And his best one to date is the Boston Marathon.
I ran 2:38 at Boston. I ran 2:35 at Nashville before Boston.
Okay. So. Now that's impressive in itself. I mean, Boston's got how many tens of thousands of people running?
30.
You placed like 300 something.
30,000 people. I was about
pretty amazing.
360, I think, give or take.
Next year you might be up there with
Kipchoge. Yeah. He's probably going to come back for redemption, I guess, next year. But
that'd be cool. Well, I heard he was retiring.
Well,
who knows?
it's just like Michael Phelps or Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So.
Just like me not running FKTs anymore.
Yeah. Never going to happen. But yeah, it was a perfect day. I mean, I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah, I went pretty good. I was pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
I was just glad it was over. When I crested that last hill and I knew I was on my final half mile, 3/4 of a mile.
All downhill.
Oh, I mean, and I mentioned this on the video earlier about how it's just that's what makes it all worth the pain through the whole day, is seeing that finish line and the memories you're going to have when you come across that finish line. It's so fun.
Absolutely.
Feels so good. And if you're wondering, Cody's 22.
21.
Oh, almost 22.
21 and a
About
half.
same age as my oldest son, Gavin. And if you're wondering about me, I'm 49. I'll be in the new age group next year. I'm really looking forward to competing in the 50 to 59 age group and not have to compete against all those young whippersnappers that are 40 to 48.
Masters.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be considered a master, maybe a grandmaster. I forget which one.
Hey, you're already a master in my book. Master of the trails.
Now, we got to mention the other fella that warmed up with us today that came all the way from Michigan, Tecumseh, Michigan, up near Jackson, Michigan, John Barnhart. He's my age, a year younger than me. He just finished. I think he had a little slower day than he was hoping for, but he did finish here just recently. And I just remembered I didn't get my drop bag picked up. I never even used it. I forgot all about it. So I'm going to contact John here in a little bit and find out if I have to drive all the way back to Morehead to get my drop bag, because obviously I can't let that go. It's got expensive shoes and shirts and socks in it. But yeah, it was a great day.
Great day.
The weather turned out being perfect. The sun started making an appearance about halfway through the race.
Yeah.
It was just a nice, comfortable breeze.
Absolutely.
No rain.
Trail was a little muddy here and there, but not bad, really.
Yeah, there was a couple sloppy spots, but I was able to avoid getting my feet wet. I just had to tiptoe around a couple muddy spots.
Same for me until, a half mile from the finish line, when I stepped in a puddle that went up to my ankle. So, but part of the fun.
So I think future races for me, I'm considering running the Big Turtle again next year, whether it be the 50K or the 50 miler, I don't know. The Brandon, the race director, was trying to get me to come to Warhammer. He was going to give me 50% off to go run at the Warhammer again, which was my first ultra last year in June. The problem is it's a week after my Allegheny 100 challenge that I got coming up. It's a 100-mile unsupported fast pack backpack through Allegheny National Forest. and you got to complete it in under 50 hours. So I can't do both. I got to pick one or the other, and I think I'm leaning more towards the Allegheny 100. That sounds pretty fun with all my new ultralight gear I got coming here soon. Well, I think we're gonna kick back and relax and enjoy this fire for our final hour and a half of daylight, and it'll be lights out fairly early for me because I'm beat.
Me too.
And then the drive home tomorrow, and back to the farm and back to the university. You only got a couple weeks left.
2 weeks of school
2
and
weeks
1 week
left.
of finals.
Graduating college.
Done.
Pretty awesome.
Putting it behind me.
Yep. I was hoping my oldest son Gavin, which is his age, could have made it. He was thinking about doing the 10-miler.
That'd have been awesome.
But he had too much. He had nursing clinicals or something going on. It was just a little much for him to get away. But maybe next time.
Next time, yep.
Alrighty, guys. This is going to wrap up our little after-race, post-race talk for now. Maybe we'll come back with some other things if we think of something. We'll be back in the morning one final time before we head home.
Yeah.
So this isn't the end. But thanks for tuning in thus far. Appreciate it. Talk to you guys in the morning. Time for some breakfast here at Stockyards Restaurant.